What's up, everybody? It's time to check out Cube and Star, a love story. This is another winner in the Level Up 2013 competition. It won the category of other game, so it kind of lacks a bit of definition. But essentially, it's a exploration game where you have this world that is uncoloured and drab apart from small parts, and there's little cubes that run around and do things as well as other shapes and stuff, and you've got to move around and collect things and colour your world. So let's give it a go.
In my youth I knew a lot of stars, each with their own breed of starry charm, I suppose. But of all the stars I knew, the memory of one star haunts me. At the time I found its subtle rhythms to be quirky, and the reflection of my faces in its facets to be beautiful. But inevitably it became repetitive, and I left to hop across the world. Now I grow brittle and large, so heavy that the earth itself can no longer bear my pounding, and I sit here and reflect and regret. But you don't want to hear the tired groaning of an old cube. I'll leave you instead with some advice. Fill your heart with joy. Do no harm, and leave the world a more colorful place than when you entered it.
So there you go. That's the intro. Now I'm just rolling around with the arrow keys here. As far as I can tell, that's pretty much all you need to do. But basically you move around this world, and as you explore you find different things and you collect different things. And if we look up in the corner here, we can see we've coloured 0% of the world. We've got 0 of 100 coins, and there's other things to collect and that sort of stuff. But if we come over here, we'll see that this is all stuff that you can collect and do. So you can, collecting stars will give you, knock that one off, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like this, what is that? There's 1 million, so you can meet 1 million stars and get a thing for that if you want to max out everything. So it gives you a little bit of purpose there. I'm not sure about the overall kind of master goal of the game, but from what I've seen, I think the master goal of the game could well be just to experience the game. So if we grab a colour there, and you'll see as we cruise along, we'll end up colouring in all these little grey spots. And it's just a very chilled kind of experience more than anything, which is very cool. And yeah, there's a bit of a day-night cycle thing. But if you bump into a tree, it'll drop things. So this is dropping stars, and then it dropped a colour there. So now I've got blue, because that tree was blue. And I'll go select those, get those stars. But you do eventually run out of each colour that you get, so if I cruise around with the blue for a while, it'll eventually stop colouring things blue because I'll run out of blue. So let's grab another one. This is a bit pinky. But I actually want to head back the way I came because of this floating little thing over here. And as you go around, you'll find these sorts of things, and there's like artifacts and different things that are there to be collected. And you get a little note each time. And this is the lucrative gem of pointed inclinations. They've got very abstract kind of titles and names and that sort of thing going on. Which was what leads me to believe that maybe there is some sort of master goal to the whole thing, because there's a bunch of references to, you know, living a good life and not working too much and you know, all the good stuff that some people might need to learn if they don't already know. If we bump into one of these cubes, we'll get a little mention there. And yeah, we basically just keep cruising along like this, and there's other stuff to find. I'm going to explore a little bit out of the way. There's another one of those artifacts. I'd have to say, after playing this for a little bit, because I played it a bit before recording, the only thing that I guess I don't like about this game is the soundtrack. Because it is exceptionally repetitive, and that's cool. Maybe that's the point, and it's just my own taste that I'm not digging it. But at the end of the day, if you're playing a game where you're just cruising around and having a chill time, and you know, just exploring and seeing what kind of stuff is out there, then I want basically something better to listen to, a better soundtrack, rather than just this repeated bit of piano over and over again. Well, let's see what this is. Okay, that didn't make any sense to me. But perhaps it's my own stupidity. So there's lots of opportunities to find stars and things like. I've already got 15 just from this short session. Celestial body of pointed inclinations. That's the same as what I got before, I think. But okay, let's knock into one of these triangles and stuff, because there's a big star around somewhere, and they tell you sometimes which way to go. If you remember when the big cube spoke to us at the beginning, he mentioned something about a large star. And I think that's what the big star is, but I'm not sure what to do for it. All is for the best in the best of all possible worlds, and this is the best little subset of that world. Oh, there's a coin. A needle-eye lubricator. Somehow this justifies your bouncing. Somehow. Okay, I'll just grab this colour. Oh, is that rain? How interesting. But this block here, which looks kind of textured, when we knock it, it'll break apart, and we'll get a gem. Pretty cool. A blushing diamond. Ah, lovely. Keep off the grass, whatever you say. Oh, another coin. Okay. And so, yeah, what you've seen, this is pretty much the game as far as I can tell. It's basically about exploration and finding things and collecting things, and maybe seeing if there's some sort of overall theme that draws it all together. And yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty cool, because it's an interesting kind of art style and very, you know, minimalist in a way. And I get the impression that it's randomly generated too. Like, it randomly generates the world, but it's a pretty big world. Like, you can see up in the corner there that just went away. I've covered 0.12% so far with all this wandering around, which is not a lot. So yeah, games like this, it's quite abstract and interesting, but I guess my only question would be, is it is it too abstract or is it too directionless, or is that the point? But you know, is it a little bit too abstract for someone like me anyway to really understand what's going on? And maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know, but you know, it's not very it's not exactly a high octane game or a game that gives you a explicit purpose, which is kind of cool as well, because you know, not everything has to have a written out for you, go here, do that, this is what you need to achieve. So yeah, it's quite interesting. If they improved the soundtrack, I'd be more inclined to play it for longer and see what else there is to discover and what else there is to uncover. Because yeah, the main thing stopping me doing that right now is the repetitive soundtrack. I mean, I've been playing it now for, I don't know, almost 10 minutes, or about 10 minutes, and that same 3 piano notes just keeps repeating over and over and over. So, yeah. But, you know, that's the game. And it's definitely interesting. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep seeing my playthroughs of the Level Up 2013 winners, then by all means, check out my channel, subscribe, all that good stuff, like, favourite, whatever. And yeah, check out the game, link in the description. And I think that's about it from me. I'm done. Bye.